Now that we squared off against Bowser in the last video, we officially reached the second half of Super Mario Odyssey, and, thankfully, finally arrive at New Donk City, the level made famous from Super Mario Odyssey. Unfortunately, it wasn't what I expected it was going to be when I first arrived there, because you arrive there, everything's grimy, it's dark as all get out, and it seems like the city is being terrorized by a generic insectile threat. Also, we get to meet Mayor Pauline, because if you heard about anything in this game, you already know that she's in it somewhere, and oddly enough, she's the mayor of this tiny, like, 3 square mile city. I don't know how they get anything done, considering the state of the place that they live, but, you know, I'm not the one to make that call. So the first thing that Mario has to do is literally clean up the city. He has to go through a campaign of beating up the monsters and going to figure out what the heck has happened to the city's electricity, which is the reason why, you know, there are no lights and it looks like it's a terrible place to live. It looks like it's the seediest place on the planet. After about 10 minutes of parkouring up a bunch of skyscrapers, Mario finally finds what he was looking for, and it turns out to be a giant, obviously a giant insectile monster robot thing. I mean, what was I expecting? Nintendo went with the most obvious thing I could think of. The thing that I didn't actually know about this monster was this is actually Mecha-Wiggler. Yes, even in Super Mario Odyssey, Nintendo did not miss its opportunity to shit on the Wiggler. Again, they've been doing this for 20 years. Nintendo, why do you hate Wiggler so much? Now you've built him into a giant robot and he sucks electricity from an entire city. I mean, this started by Mario flooding Wiggler's house, and it's just gotten ridiculous as the years gone on. Come on. You're better than this, Nintendo. But the weird thing is that I don't think you could outdo yourself at this point. Mecha-Wiggler boss fight is, even for Super Mario Odyssey, a flash in the pan, the lightning in a bottle. And I think it's the combination of Mario trying to be a shooter game out of nowhere, the Sherman enemy that Mario captures to fight this boss fight, which, incidentally, is my favorite enemy to capture in this entire game. There is nothing that can beat a bit of power fantasy being injected into any set piece. And then it's just the way that Mecha-Wiggler attacks, the way that he flies all over the arena despite being about 12 feet long. And just the simple, satisfactory fun you can have just by blasting a giant robot to crap as it tries to get away from you, and then just trying your best to defeat the whole thing. I don't think I've had this level of fun in a boss fight for a long time, mostly because it came out of nowhere. I mean, I didn't even expect this level of quality, even in New Donk City. Like, this is New Donk City. This is the diamond on top of Super Mario Odyssey, the thing that everyone knows about. How could it not have the best boss fight in the game? It would be stupid if it was like Lake Kingdom had the best one. Of course Nintendo put its best idea into its best level, that's just common sense.